So, what would be a good investment strategy, especially for like young people?
Man, that is such a tough question, right? So here's the diplomatic answer. One is I don't know, right? As a fiduciary, that somebody that takes their interest over my own, I have to look at every situation, at every person independently. And so I can't come out there in a broad stroke and say, this is what's important to everybody. With that being said, we can talk into general terms here, okay? So a good investment strategy for most people being young is to understand the broad markets first. And once you understand the broad markets and what an index is, and investing in indices or investing into overall broad markets in the very cheapest, lowest cost way possible, typically is a good idea to get people started in investing. And that's one way to do it. And that's the stock market. But there's a lot of other ways to invest. There's the bond market, there's the real estate market, right? There's private markets. There's a lot of different ways to do it. And so there's not a silver bullet, but most people starting out, right, just open up a brokerage account and understand taxation. So there's a difference in starting out investing is to understand that there's different types of accounts that are treated different from taxation. And so you have things called qualified accounts, which you might have heard of. 401k, have you heard of 401k?
Yes, I've heard of a 401k.
Okay,
Yeah.
then you got a 401k is like a company plan that companies offer that's similar to an individual retirement account, which is an IRA, which you can do today. As long as you make self-employment income or income that has self-employment tied to it, you can invest into an IRA. And then there's things like a Roth IRA. And then there's 50 different other types of registrations and plans. So a lot of things that you need to do early on is evaluate what you want to do with the money. Is this a long-term investing for retirement? And you're young and you're in a lower tax bracket of that 10 to 20% tax bracket, then it's probably going to be invest into a Roth IRA for retirement. It's a good way to start. If it's something that, hey, I might need money sometime in the next 3 to 5 years and you're 18 to 25 years old, I might want to buy a new house. I might want to buy a new car or do something like that. And I need to start investing to save. And brokerage accounts is an account that allows access to it at any time, but you do pay a little taxes on the gains that you achieve inside those accounts. And depending on how long you hold those gains,